Point. Yesterday we have discussed about this different validations at the stage table, that once you have loaded data into the stage, then what all validations, what all scenarios you need to validate. Okay. We have seen about order tables validation, that you have order tables where you will get the information that how many records were received in the source file, how many records were inserted, how many records were rejected, failed, updated, and all those informations along with the date. Okay. Then we have seen that once you have received, then the data has to be archived or zipped. We have seen the scenario where you have duplicate file from source. So if you're getting duplicate file from the source, so in that case, what is the expectation from the job? And we have discussed that the job must fail. Okay, otherwise you'll be having duplicate data in the stage table, and ultimately on report you'll be showing duplicate double numbers, right? Similarly, we have seen a scenario of multiple files from source, that on a particular day of the source team by mistake, they have sent you the data of two different dates. That's a multiple files. So guys, you have to understand what's the difference between duplicate file and multiple files. They both are different scenarios. Okay. So in multiple files, like you are getting data of two different dates. Okay. So in that case, again, and the expectation is the job must fail and you should receive an email notification with the log details that why that particular job has failed, right? And then we have seen the data screening checks. Data screening checks means in the table there you have multiple tables. Okay. Can you tell me in which document you can get the details about table, the structure, column, size, and type, all these details? What is that document name? We have discussed yesterday that mapping document, right? We have seen this. This is a mapping aspects or mapping documents. In this, you can get the details of the table, whatever is in the scope, either in a stage layer, integration layer, or access layer, and the different columns present in a particular table, right? And then we have seen that it is having the data type, okay, size, and we have discussed about constraints. I think this was the most important, which we have discussed yesterday, and I hope this should be clear to you. So if you have any constraints on a particular column of a particular table, then you need to validate those constraints as well. We have discussed both primary key, mandatory, and some customized constraint or user defined constraint. Okay. So this was about data screening checks. We have discussed different constraints. Okay. 1 minute. Let me add this as well. Find constraints. Okay. Now then we have seen domain value validation and mandatory or optional column validation. Okay. So if in this mapping aspect, if I will ask you that which is the domain value validation here, so which column is that? Where you're doing domain value validation?
Nationality.
Which one? Sorry, nationality, right? So nationality is like a domain value validation. The expectation from the business is like the nationality must be either Indian or NRI. So you have some domain values. Similarly, gender, it is expected that gender should be either M or F. Okay. So this is like example of domain values validations. Okay. So guys, any question on this part that you have loaded data in a stage? So in this, do you have any question?
No.
No questions. Okay. Then you have duplicate checks as well. Okay, I think should I cover this here? No. Okay, let me cover here only because it is required. We had one more point. Duplicate or application. Okay, now let's try to understand this. Shoppers underscore Mumbai. What record is there? Oh, sorry. One record in Delhi. How many records are there? One record. Okay. Just a minute, guys. 1 minute. saying that the file does not exist. Let me check. Okay. We have changed the format of this file yesterday, right? And that is why this is happening. Okay, let me close this. Okay. So here I'm trying to insert few records into this shoppers underscore daily table. Okay. The 6 rows has been inserted. Okay. Now let's try to validate the data has been inserted or not. So you can see here, we have how many? 7 records in this table in the stage. This is a stage table, okay, of shoppers underscore daily. That's why I mentioned here stage. Now, can you see any duplicate record here?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Same date, but different
Okay.
in cost and sales.
If you see the first and second record, they are exactly duplicate. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct. So these are duplicates. So when you are doing a data load, okay, and as part of validation, you should check that there is no duplicate record in the stage. Okay, but in some of the projects, even if duplicate is coming in a stage, that's not an issue. But that totally depends on the project to project. Okay, in some of the projects, the duplicate is coming. That's not an issue. And I will tell you that in which scenarios you will find duplicates, in which project you can find duplicates. Okay. And that is acceptable, that even if duplicate record is coming, that's not an issue. Okay. But generally, if there is duplicate record in the stage, and guys, again, I'm repeating, we are talking only about a stage layer as of now. Okay, we are proceeding in sequence. First of all, we have discussed about the first layer of ETL. What was the first layer? Extraction of data, right? This was the first layer, extraction. So we have covered this, that you're getting data in the source file from the sourcing, how you're going to extract and what are the validations you have to do, what can be the different scenarios you will face, okay, what issues you can face. We have discussed that. Now from this, we're moving to the staging area, okay? So we are just talking about the staging now. Then after that, we'll discuss about integration layer and then access layer and then report testing, okay? So just now, right now, we're talking only about the staging area, what is happening in the stage. So in a stage, we have discussed about this 6 points. So now one more point is there, that is duplicate record validation. So if there is any duplicate record in the table, so you have to find it out. That's a very important scenario. Okay. So here we can see that we have duplicate records. So on 14th of September, there is a duplicate record. Okay. But generally, suppose in the particular project, the requirement is you should not have duplicates. So you have to write a query, you have to check, you have to prepare a test case that there should not be any duplicate records in the table. Is this clear? So this is the query, guys, you can use to find duplicates. Shoppers underscore daily. Having count of a star. Okay, so if I will execute this, correct syntax near keyword group by star. Same as SQL Server will take this before bracket. It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So you can see that we have duplicate record this in this particular table shoppers underscore daily. Okay, so you need to check duplicates as well. Is that clear? Any question? Yes or no? Yeah, please reply.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you need to check that if you have duplicate records. So, okay, so this is what we have seen. We have this duplicate record. Now, if I will tell you this 16th September, is this a duplicate record?
No.
No.
No, this is not a duplicate record. Okay, but in this case, you have to discuss this with the source team. You see, guys, scenarios, there are no hard and fast rule in the ETL project that, okay, in this case, you have to do this. No, many things, many scenarios depends on the business agreement. This depends on your particular project. Like if you will see here, so you might be thinking that how is it possible that for a particular day, 16th September 2021, you got 2 transactions. How is it possible? All right. Are you getting my point? This is not possible that for a particular day or you're getting 2 transactions. So either this first one is correct or the second one is correct, right? So in this case, what you will do, you will again get back to the source team. You see, this is the file they have sent. Right, this is the file they have sent and they have given you duplicate records. 16th number is the duplicate. Then you can ask me the question that Tanveer, okay, 16th number is duplicate, but other values are not duplicate. No, I agree that the entire record is not duplicate. But if you think from functional perspective or business perspective, does this make sense that you are getting data for a particular day, 2 records are coming? Correct? No, this is not possible, right? So you have to check to the source in that why you have sent this duplicate data for a particular day, you are sending me twice. Okay. So if he or she will tell you that, okay, this is a mistake, we'll correct this file and we will send you again. Okay. So, but if you are not checking this duplicate, how you will come to know? So that is what you should check the duplicates. Okay. Based on each and every column. So this query, I am checking duplicate on the combination of all these 4 columns. Okay. But you have to check for date order as well. Just keep date order. Let me run this. Now see, you're getting 2 records that for 14 you had duplicate and for 16 you had duplicate. So then what you will do, you will look into the source file, 14 and 16 September. Okay. So of course, 16 September we have duplicate and for 14 there is only 1 record, but earlier we have loaded 1 record. Okay. So like this, guys, you should check the duplicate records as well in the stage, and this is very important. And in the interviews, they will ask you that what is the query, how you will write the duplicates. Okay. So if you want to check duplicate on any one column, so write that column, and from the table name, this is the table name, group by the column. So here we have used date order column. So group by date order having count of a star greater than 1. If you want to check duplicates on 2 to 3 columns or more than 1 column, so write the name of all the columns and then same name should represent here and then having count of a star greater than. Any question on this?
No.
No. Okay. So this was all about, guys, a stage what I can say, like, yeah, stage, you have to do this validations, and this were the very important validations. Okay, now, again, very common interview questions the interviewers are asking is that why you keep a stage table? Okay, because if you see here, no, in a stage, we are not doing any calculations. We have not applied any formula. No logic is there. Just we are validating the data, right? We have not validated any formula here. Then why you need a stage table? Directly, why you're not running into the integration layer and applying all the business logic or formula, whatever you have. Okay, so what is the answer? Any idea? Why, first of all, we are keeping in a stage table? See, the reason is, first of all, when we are loading the data in stage, one of the important reason is that you are going to dump the data in a stage. Okay, and then on top of that, you are cleaning the data. Correct? No, you are checking all the scenarios, the data is correct or not. Even if there is some problem, then you will get back to the source team and they will tell them that there's a problem in this data. Please send us the correct data. Okay, it is like that. Suppose you want to cook some food. Okay, so what you will do, you'll buy the materials from market, right? Maybe vegetable, potato, tomato, onion, or other vegetables, right? After that, what you will do, you will start preparing that. No, before that, what you will do, you will clean it, you will wash it, right? So similarly, in staging, we are dumping the data and we are cleaning it, we are washing it, we are checking the quality of that. Okay, then if everything is good, then we will apply the logic. So then you will bring all this in this kitchen. Integration layer is like a kitchen. We'll bring this data, we'll load this data into the integration layer, and then we will apply the formula. Suppose directly you are dumping data integration layer and applying the formula. So what will happen if the quality of data is not correct? If it is mandatory column and the value is missing, data is missing, so you will apply formula on the incorrect data, and ultimately numbers will be incorrect, and then you will show incorrect number on the report. That is what, first of all, you should load data in the stage table. You should clean the data. You should check the data is following all the constraints or not. Domain values are there or not. No confidential data is loaded. Primary key constraint is there or not. You will check. Okay, it's like a security check you are doing. Okay, and then you will transform the data, or you will apply the transformation logic or the business logic, whatever you have. Okay, is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the reason, and there is one more reason for this, guys. The second reason is, suppose you got the data and you have taken a copy of the source file here, okay, and then you are applying some formula, and this after applying the formula, this data will be changed because you are applying some formula. So suppose if you want to check what was the data, which was sent by the source file, then how you will validate? So that is what, if you will keep the copy of data in a stage, so you will be having an evidence that, okay, this data was sent by the source file. If there is an issue, you can do the root cause analysis because now you have a copy of the data in the stage table. Okay, this is also one of the reasons. Hope this is clear. Any question on this?
No.
No questions. Okay. Fine. So now in staging table, guys, these are the things which you have to validate. We have discussed about this. So please let me know if you have any question, if anything is coming down the line in your mind. Okay. Then after staging, we have the transformation layer. Okay. Or this is also known as integration layer. Just a minute. Invite it. Integration layer. So what will happen? Most of the transformations, most of the business rules are applied in the integration layer. Now you can tell this is the most important layer. Okay, this is like a kitchen. Okay, you're cooking food, you are applying all the logics here. So this is very important layer. Okay, let's see what you will do here. So first of all was the source file validation. You have received data from the source files. You have validated, everything looks good. Then you have loaded data into the staging table. You have done some validations, which we have discussed. This close to 7 points we have discussed. Okay. And then after that, what you will do, you will run a control and job, and data will be loaded into the integration layer, right? So between this staging and integration layer, what you're applying, that is the most important. You should know that. Okay. The first thing is audit tables validation. So I'm repeating. Here again, we have seen the audit tables, right? And here again, we have audit tables. Why? Already we have covered the audit tables in staging. Then why we are creating one more audit table in the integration layer? What is the need for this? Who will tell me? Any idea? Why?
No.
Okay, see, what was the use of audit tables? Remember, yesterday when I was discussing the audit table, I told you that the audit tables will help you to find the total how many records were there, how many records were rejected, how many records were inserted. So whenever you're running a job, okay, to load data, so you might be interested in looking into the data stats, that how many records are rejected, inserted, updated, and all those things. So guys, whenever you're running a job, please remember, whenever you are running a job to load data, so you should be having details of that data load. Okay, that is what after each and every layer you will be having audit tables, and that table will give you all this information, rejected records and all this multiple other information. That is what even after running a job for loading data in integration layer, we again have an audit table, and that table exactly same. Okay, what I have shown you here. No, let me show you. Is that? Is that? Yeah. This is the one. See, exactly like this, you'll be having audit table for integration layer, and this will give you same information. Okay. Sometime in some project, you'll be having only one table. This will contain data of both stage, integration, every layer. Okay. Suppose this is the stats when you have loaded data in a stage. So then again, you will load data in integration layer. Then a new record will be inserted here. Okay. New record will be inserted here, and you can get the stats about the load which has happened in the integration layer. Okay. And then this helps you to compare the count between the staging and integration. Suppose in integration stage, you have 10 records, and in I layer integration, you have received only 9 records. So one record is missing. Okay. So from this, you can get the information that how many records are missing. Okay. Any question guys on this? No. Okay, so this is one way. This is the use of audit tables. So apart from this, when you have loaded data into the integration layer, the first thing what you have to check is the count of records and the data that is matching or not. Okay, I will show you that. Just a minute. This is the shoppers underscore daily. Records are present here. So records are present here. Just delete. Meanwhile, any question in your mind, any confusion, anything which you want to discuss? Are you understanding, or you're facing that this is very tough or something like that?
No, 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 no.
Okay. Just a minute, guys. I'm creating some data. Show person underscore daily. Okay, fine. This record is there in the stage now. Now, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create a table in integration layer, right? We have discussed about the stage layer. So the next is integration layer. Okay, so I'm creating a table integration.dbo.shoppers underscore daily, and I have same columns. Okay, and then suppose I have profit column as well. Let's make this int. Okay, get to this table integration.dbo shoppers underscore daily. Okay, data is not present as of now. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to insert data into this integration layer. Okay. Let me run this. Oh, type mismatch. Why this is coming? First integration. So okay. Got it. Okay. Fine. Just a minute, guys. 1 minute. Table this one. Okay. Let me remove this profit as of now. This is created. Now let me add it to this table. Okay, 6 is affected. Now, where is this? Okay. Okay, so what I've done here, who will tell me? Imran, Saikiran.
Create a table and insert the data.
Yeah, now we have created a table in the integration layer. Okay, and the name is Shoppers_daily, but this is an integration layer. Fine. So I have loaded the same data which was present in the staging table, because this is the process that once we have received data, we have to load in a staging, and after staging, we have to load data in integration layer. So the first thing is, after loading data in integration, you have to check that the count is same or not. So what you will do, select count of a star from a stage table. So this was a stage table. So what's the total count? 6 records, right? Then write a query. Select count of a star from integration layer. Okay. Check the count. What's the count? 6. Now tell me, is this fine?
Yeah.
Okay, this is fine. This is okay. So whenever you're loading data from a stage to integration layer, you have to check that the count is correct or not. Okay. Now, after this, what you will check?
Duplication.
After this, you should check the data, that the data which was present in the stage, exactly same data has been loaded in integration layer or not. Okay. So how you can check that? Select in the stage, what all columns you have. Just a minute. Date order.
Date order, cost.
Comma, cost. Then
Comma,
sales, comma, tax, right? The columns is present in the stage table. Okay. And the same column we have created in integration layer as well. Okay. So we have checked the count, and the count is, there's an exactly match with the count. So next we are checking the data. Now suppose if there's not exact match, suppose here this is 6 and in integration layer we have only 5 records. Okay, 1 record is missing. So what you will do here then? You will leave it?
No.
Then?
We will check and upload the data. What is the missing data?
Right. Then you will check that which data is missing and what is the reason for that. Okay. Now the question is how you will check, how you will confirm that which data is missing. So the one way is, again, you have to go to the audit table. So audit table can give you that information. Okay. But you can use this minus query as well. Okay. This is a minus query which is used in SQL. What is the use of this? You see what I've written. I want this columns from this stage table minus this columns from this integration layer table. This is integration layer. Okay. So when I will run this query, so what will happen? So if you have some record in this stage table, which has not been loaded into the integration layer, so this record will give you, this query will give you those records which is present in the stage, but not loaded in integration. Okay. So from this, you can find that, okay, this particular record is missing. I will show you this. How it is showing all the records. Something is missing. Just a minute. Yes. This minus. No, we are getting incorrect result. 1 minute, guys. Oh, this minus, this is showing me some incorrect result. I will check with this. Okay. But the thing is, like, if you'll use minus, in Oracle, we use minus. And if there is any record which is present in the stage table, and it is missing in integration layer, so this query, if you run this minus query, it will show you that record, that which record is missing in the integration layer that was present in the stage layer. So like this, when you're loading data, so first of all, you need to check the count. That count is same in or not in the integration layer. Then you need to check the data is same or not. So you can use minus query for that. I'm not sure why this is not working here, because this should not give this results. Okay, but even this is giving this result. So there might be some problem. I need to check this. Okay. So any question, guys, on this? Any confusion? Any other thing which you want to discuss?
No.
Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Sai Kiran?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this is about audit tables. And similarly, see, these things are common. Data screening checks. Then again, you have to check this table structure, size, and type and integration layer as well. Okay. So similarly, in this mapping specification, you will get the information that, okay, you have this table integration layer. These are the columns and all this details will be there. So similarly, this data screening checks and this constraints, you will verify in your integration layer. I will tell you what is the surrogate key, business key, foreign key, and all these things. So before proceeding, guys, if you have any question, please tell me.
I have one question.
Yeah. Tell me, please.
Where should we practice? How should we practice?
What you want to practice? Sorry.
I want to practice these things. Transformation and.
So that is what, like, for this, I think when you are attending that SQL class as well. So this queries, so also I'm showing you this practical way only, that this is the data you have and you're loading data. So like this, you can practice in this Microsoft SQL Server. So you need to install this. Have you installed this one?
No, I have MySQL server.
MySQL, so no, better you install this. I will tell you, I think I have told last class as well. I will tell you that how to do an installation for this. Okay, better I will suggest install this. Okay, and then you can perform the same scenario what I'm telling, and you can take multiple different conditions in that. Okay, so from this you can practice it, because I'm showing you that how you're loading data, what scenarios you're facing, so you can do all these things. Okay.
Will you guide how to install?
Sorry, how to install? Yeah, I will tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Or else I thought of doing one thing. I will create a video on this. Okay, and I will share the recordings with you guys. That also we can do, because the steps are very simple. Hardly it will take 10 minutes of time. And you can do that. That's not very complicated.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So guys, this was, so till here, this is almost same like what you are doing in the stage. Okay. Then integration layer, you have to do the duplicate checks as well. The same query what we have used in the staging, you have to use, and you need to check that in the integration layer, there's a duplicate records or not. Okay. Now, apart from this, then we have this different transformation logic, date format, soft delete, SCD type 1, type 2, and all these things. Okay, so we'll discuss all these things one by one. So before proceeding, guys, any question, please tell me, then I will proceed. Because this is totally new concepts are coming into picture now. No questions? Okay, if you don't have any question, fine. Let's proceed with the next concept. Shoppers Delhi. We get this one. No. Remove this file. I don't want to disturb this file. Drag this file. Okay. Now, I'm taking a new scenario. Okay, let's forget about this. Okay. I will skip this, no problem. Sorry. Snacks, okay. Suppose this is sweets, and then they have samosa, then you have dosa, then you have idli, then you have chocolates. Okay. Okay. So suppose this is the record I received on a particular day, 14th September. Okay. And now what is happening? The source team, they are sending you data based on each and every snacks. Okay. Like sweets, what was the sales, how much tax, and what was the cost. Similarly for samosa, dosa, idli, and chocolates. Now the format, suppose, has changed. So now you're getting data in this format. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are trying to understand the concept of soft delete. Soft delete. So this is like, this will be used in every ETL project. If you start working now, you will see that this term is very common. And in most of the ETL projects, we have the concept of soft delete. They will tell you that, okay, data is, you have to do soft delete. So first of all, you should understand what is the meaning of soft delete. Okay. Let's try to understand this. Fine. First of all, I will tell you this manually. What is this concept is all about. On 14th September, you are selling all these items. These snacks are there. Okay. But you observed, suppose for chocolates. Okay. Suppose for chocolate sales is only 100 rupees. Okay. So you observe that for chocolates, sales is 100 rupees and the costing was more, tax is more. Okay. Then you decided that in chocolate, okay, tell me, are you in profit or loss if I'm talking about chocolates?
Loss.
It's loss, right? Because the cost was 134 and you have sold it for 100 rupees only, maybe because of some reason. So you thought that, okay, fine, from tomorrow, don't sell the chocolates where it's like we're not getting benefit in the chocolates. Okay. So what you will do, try to understand here. From tomorrow onwards, the source team will be sending you this data. Okay. And this is 15th. 15th of September. This 15th of September. Okay. Now from tomorrow, you'll be having this data in the, what I can tell is in the source file. Okay. Now, why you don't have the information about chocolates here?
Because chocolate selling was stopped.
Because you stopped selling chocolates because you're not
Chocolates.
getting some good benefit, some good profit in that, right? Correct, no?
Yeah.
Now, very good. Now, just a minute. Suppose this is your stage layer or stage table. Okay. Okay. And these are the columns in a stage layer. Okay. And this is the data which you have loaded yesterday in the stage layer. Fine. And then there is a concept of active flag. This will come again and again. The concept of active flag. Or in some project, this is known as active flag. In some project, they will tell you this has a current indicator. Okay. Current indicator. I'll tell you what is the importance of this. This flag will be Y. Y means this record is active. Okay. So this is the data you have loaded into the stage table. After this, you have run the job. Run the stage job. Okay. And you have loaded data. This is staging table and this is the data. Okay. Any question?
No.
No. Now, tomorrow on 15th of September, you have received this data. Okay. 15th September, you have received this data. Okay. Now, try to understand. 15th September, when you will receive this data, what will happen? And if you are working on that soft delete scenario, this data will be again loaded in this table, right? Correct, no? Now you will get this data in this table. Fine. And these flags will be Y. Correct? Because these are the active records. Then you might be thinking that, okay, why we have not received the chocolate? Why we have not received the data of chocolate? Correct? Yeah. Then what you will do? You will get back to the source team and you will ask them that why you have not sent the chocolate information, chocolate data. Then they will tell you that, okay, we have stopped selling the chocolate. We don't have any transaction. That is what we have not sent any information about chocolate. Okay. So in that case, what you will do in front of chocolate, you will make it as N. You will make it as N. Why? From this, you will get to know that, okay, chocolate is N. It means this is not active now. Chocolate N means this is not active now. It means the shop has stopped selling this chocolate. Okay. So this is known as soft delete. It means you are not deleting the record. You have not deleted this chocolate record. Okay. But silently you have made this active flag as N. So from this, the user will understand that, okay, the shop, they have stopped selling the chocolates. Is this clear?
Yes.
This is known as soft delete. Now suppose, assume the next day on 16th of September, what happened? On 16th of September, they have not sent you Idli data. This is missing. Okay. What you will do? You will load data. And this data will be loaded into this stage table, correct? And you mark this as Y. Y, Y, Y. Then you will think that, okay, chocolate information is missing here, right? Because now you're concentrating on this record and you will see, okay, chocolate is missing. So then you will start searching here and you will find that, okay, chocolate is marked as N. So automatically you will understand that, okay, it means this is soft deleted. The shop, they have stopped selling chocolates, correct? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Now, then you will think that, okay, why Idli is also missing? So you will again check with the source team that today you have not sent the Idli transaction and they will tell you the same story that, okay, we have stopped selling the Idli now. Okay. Then what you will do in front of Idli, what you will do here? In current and active flag,
N.
you will mark it as N. Very good. Okay, you will mark it as N. Perfect. So this is known as soft delete. But the next time, again, if something is missing, you will not check with the sourcing. Automatically, you will mark it as N.
Then.
Okay. So this is known as soft delete, guys. Is this clear or not?
Yes.
Is this clear, right, everyone?
Yeah,
Yes.
clear.
Okay. Now, then you have a concept of hard delete as well. I'll tell you what is hard delete. Can you think and tell me? Because this is very simple. If you understood soft delete, you can understand hard delete. See, in hard delete, what will happen? Suppose if you, directly you will delete. If it is hard delete, so what you will do? You will remove this record itself. This is not required. You will remove this. Okay, this is known as hard delete because you think that, okay, chocolate is not required. We have stopped selling chocolate. So remove that from database. That information is not needed. Okay, similarly, if you have a stopped selling idli and if your project is working on a hard delete, you will remove this as well from this table. So this is known as hard delete. Okay, but in soft delete, you will keep this. Okay, you will keep this information. You will not delete this permanently. But what you will do silently, you will mark active flag as N. So from this, the user will understand that, okay, the shop they will stop selling chocolates. And similarly, for idli as well. Now tell me, which one is better, hard delete or soft delete?
Soft delete.
Huh?
Soft delete.
Soft delete.
Which one is better?
Soft delete.
Soft delete.
See, this totally depends again on the scenario. Okay, if you want to maintain history, suppose if you're working on a hard delete, so what will happen? You will remove this, correct? No, you will remove this data, correct? You will remove this data, and you will remove this data as well. Okay, but suppose after 6 months, okay, after 6 months, you are interested in selling chocolates again. Okay, now the market has changed. You're interested in selling chocolates again. And you want to see that earlier, how much money we have invested in chocolates, what was the profit, how much tax we have paid, and all those things. So now, do you have that data? Can you do that analysis now?
No.
No, you don't have that data, correct? So that is the demerit of hard delete. Okay, but if your project is working on soft delete, so even after 1 year, 2 years, if you want to see, you have this data, correct? No, you have this data, and from this you can figure out that, okay, we have purchased for 134 rupees. This was the tax and this is the sales. You can do some analysis, correct? No, so this is the benefit of soft delete. But again, there is a demerit of soft delete is that if in your project, if you think that you don't have to do analysis in future, so what will happen? So you are just this records are utilizing your space, correct? Right? These are utilizing your spaces. So this is the benefit of hard delete or soft delete. Have you understood, or if you want me to repeat this, please tell me. I will repeat it.
No.
Clear? Sure?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, perfect. This is hard delete and soft delete. And then we have STD type 1, type 2. This is again very important concepts. Okay. But I will start this tomorrow because others, they will miss this. I'm not sure why they have not joined today. Maybe 26th January, Republic Day. Okay, I will cover this STD type 1, type 2 tomorrow. And this will take, I think, entire 1 day. STD type 1, type 2, type 3 is there. And then we have derived column validation, all those things. Okay. So I think we should stop here. Okay. And then we have many other things to discuss in the slides. So once I will cover this part, this integration and transformation layers, the reports and these all testings, then I will try to cover this slides. So from the slides, you can get many information about the general concepts of ETL, data warehouse, database, and all those things. Okay. So any other question, guys?
Okay. I have it all now.
Yes, I can.
Okay. You are saying this and then practical, no? As showing as in real time.
Right.
Can you?
Sorry, I'm not getting you. Can you repeat, Cycle?
Can you show? Can you
Mhm.
tell me that are you shown the real time?
Which one? This software.
Yes.
Sure. I will. So this I have told you manually. Okay, so this
Yes,
manually this
manually.
is happening.
You are
Uh,
showing only manually. Can you?
yeah, sure. So I will show you this with the help of this example. Like similarly, I have shown you for full load, truncate load, incremental load, right?
Only in real time, we are using only SQL Server to test the database.
No, maybe you can use SQL Server or Oracle database, but the concepts are same. So even if you know SQL language, you can run the same thing either in Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle database. It is almost same, whether it is Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, or any other platform, Teradata, Netezza, it is exactly same.
There is no any other tools to test the database in ETL. Only in SQL Server.
No, that depends on which project on which platform your project is working. So maybe in some projects they are working on Oracle database, because in my last project I was working on Oracle database. Then I think before 5 years I was working on Netezza, Teradata. So you can have any database, but the concepts, the logics, the queries will be exactly same. Exactly same.
And real time also we will be in server only, SQL Server.
Yeah. No. Real time, you will not be working on SQL Server. I cannot guarantee that. That depends on your project.
Depends on the project. It's maybe MySQL, Microsoft SQL, or Oracle.
Oracle or any other platform.
Any other, but this we want to test in server only.
So this will be same. The concepts what I am telling, this will be exactly same. The queries will be exactly same. The logics will be exactly same.
Exactly same.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So this will be exactly same. See, SQL is like a weapon. Suppose if you know that how to use Sword, okay, so you can use Sword at any other platform, any country, any region, right? So similarly, if you know SQL, you can run that on any platform, whether it is Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, or any other. Okay, so in my SQL class as well, I'm getting these questions. So same response, guys. If you know SQL, you can play with SQL on any platform, Okay.
Okay, can you show that said that Control M is the tool for using the testing database?
No, Control M is not for testing database. Control M is just a scheduler. It will schedule the job. Okay. I think I've shown you that day. That is not a database. It will just schedule the job. It will arrange the job. You can give time dependencies. So that is the function of control.
Okay.
Anything which you want me to repeat in control, you can tell. Okay, I will cover that again.
No, not like that. I'm thinking that a Control M is the tool that we want to test the database.
No. You don't have to test database from control. So once you will join any project, okay, so they will give you access to this tool. And if you remember the screenshots what I have shared, so that is what are the different pages of the control. So it is not like testing database. It is nowhere related to database. Okay, that is just the jobs. You need to test the jobs. That's all.
Okay, we want. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, Cyclone. Good questions. Any other question, guys? Very good. Keep on asking questions if you have any, or else you can connect me after class as well. Ping me, call me. Okay, we can discuss.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys. Thank you. Take care. We'll connect tomorrow again. So now the topics which are coming, they are very important topics. SAD, different SADs and all those things. Okay, so please don't miss the classes. Okay, fine. Take care. Bye.